Rihanna just dropped her third baby. A$AP Rocky was standing by her the whole time playing the role. He's a great father.
Kudos to him for being the kind of man that is redefining what masculinity looks like.
What I see in her Super Bowl performance is a person who was already pivoting.
She found the man that she really could not live without. She has 3 children with him. She's proof that you can have it all.
Let's talk about how Rihanna just dropped her third baby, a little girl, and A$AP Rocky was standing by her the whole time playing the role. He's a great father, apparently likes to be in the background and cool with it while he still has his career too. So, can Rihanna? They say women can't have it all, but is Rihanna proof that women can have it all, or the fact that she seemed to be focused on family shows that she can't have it all?
Okay, hold on. You thought that was slick, Esther. You thought that was real slick, right? Because how you gonna mischaracterize me here when I say and then pivot? If you were saying what you're saying, then that's one thing. But I can tell you were listening with your emotional ears. I kept on thinking,
I agree
oh my God,
with you.
this is a great ad for emotional ears. Because if you rewind it and heard what I said, of course I didn't agree it was bitch made. I'm talking about the motivation when y'all do it and the difference in terms of logic and how y'all identify a thing that's not really a thing. Exactly, right? So here, guys, here's where women ears, and if that doesn't work, then it's like, because I let her run out to the sunset, right? And that's cool. I just thought, huh?
Nick, you just said a little while, you just said when you were talking about Cardi, you said she should have known that doing things on the way out causes trouble, meaning causes the other person to be emotional and makes it more difficult, i.e., bitch made, i.e. bitch behavior, i.e. when you get hurt on the way out, you turn into a bitch. Well,
okay.
Well,
so I just want to make sure I understand. Can I just, basically, the women on the panel are saying currently that bitches be emotional, right? And you're saying that
we're splitting men speak because that's what y'all been referring entire time. So we're using men speak right now because y'all refer as bitch this, bitch that. So to make sure you guys clearly understand, we're using men speak.
And I said, welcome, because now you get a chance to be a part of it. Women have been on the other end of earning
have been bitches for a long time.
Years.
Right.
Welcome. Welcome in 2025. The roles have reversed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hold on. Before we move on, I gotta say this, because I feel like we're missing each other still, right? So when we define something nuanced, oftentimes when we define something like she's being a bitch, right? It's not so much just the action. It's what motivates the action to a certain extent, right? And especially when there's no logic to the action. Like keying somebody's car, what's the logic in that? Mm-hmm. Like, okay, now he got to go and pay. That could have been money that you're trying to get out of him. So when y'all do stuff and we typically call it bitch shit, like I'm a good father, but you want to keep me away from my kid, right? Or if I call you a bitch because of that, it's not the same shit, right? So what I'm saying is for y'all want to look at an action and not have any consideration for the fact of the money part. And I'm just simply positing that if there's a logical financial case to be made, I don't see a bitch in that. I see a business person. Y'all automatically associate everything with being a bitch, and I don't agree with that. Well, I think there's more nuance to what we call bitches. Right? There's more nuance to how y'all move that would call us to say you were being a bitch. Most of the time.
He's also trashing her because she's with Stefan, but he's been with numerous women.
I have not. In the interviews, I've seen him. I haven't seen. If you're bringing in new evidence, cool. I'm strictly talking about whether or not financially he has a legitimate case because we all recognize that she's a bigger star, which probably also means she's made more money. Right. But we also then want to discredit the impact that he had on her elevation, the same way that y'all don't like when men do. So I get it. And I'm cool with the tic-tac and all that, but I'm saying be a little consistent, because if it was a woman who was married to a more powerful man and you would say all the ways that he benefited regardless of what she did, you'd find value in it. They're trying to ascertain value. Ascertaining value does not make you a bitch. Just because you don't like when a man does something does not make him sassy or a bitch. Y'all use that shit too indiscriminately is what I'm saying. And I'm saying when we use it, there's a little bit more pinpoint missile lock in terms of how we're appropriating that term.
No, am I lying, Jay? Tomato.
No.
Tomato, potato.
Everybody becomes it. There's a whole thing called a crime of passion. Meaning when someone's emotional, they tend to do irrational things, whether that is a man.
Just because you're emotional.
But according to you all, that is the bitch. That's when the bitch comes out.
No. Mean-spirited emotional. That's bitchiness.
Really?
And Crystal,
Jay,
listen.
You gonna keep moving the goalposts like that?
No, listen.
I'll
I'll lay with this on this point, right? All I'm saying is I agree with you, S&M. Men do have emotion. I think most people have emotion. The question becomes, when does your emotion wrestle out your logic, right? Or when does it overcome, right? So maybe the line is different. Yes, men have emotion. And I agree with you, Crystal. I did say that, hey, Cardi is not smart, but she was the one that's pregnant. She was the one saying, hey, I'm not getting this because of this. So if that's your impetus, you have to be logical enough to understand why you're in the predicament that you are, in part. I'm not even saying that's why he did it, but if he's logical about why he did it, and now because he's doing some fuck shit, he's motivated, then come on, y'all. It's not strictly because he's a bitch ass nigga. Sorry. It's a little bit more nuance to that. But go ahead. And but now that we're talking about Rihanna, right? And I'm glad we're talking about Rihanna because Rihanna proves something that I've been saying for a long time. Y'all can't have it all. Yes, we have not seen Rihanna drop an album since when? I know she's doing the 50 thing. She worked a Billy, but what have you seen her do aside from that half-ass show that she did for the Super Bowl? And I love you, Rihanna. I'm just saying the performance wasn't giving what you normally give, and we understand why. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, your people, made it happen. Cool. I'm just saying, it wasn't the greatest, but we really haven't. Matter of fact, she looks like a woman who hasn't worked in a long time, right? Like, I'm just so, like, the question we were really trying to, I mean, first of all, like, the fact that I'm saying that and that would piss anybody off to me is funny, or even, ruffle any feathers. I think it's a great thing. She chose to kind of lean into being a mom, to being a wife, or is she married? I don't know. Hopefully they are, but if they're not, whatever, kudos to them. Like, she chose to lean into that part of herself. And that's okay in a world driven about, oh, I got to be a boss all the time. Oh, I can't be feminine. Oh, I got to be front facing all the time. She chose not to do that. So I'm not saying it as a knock. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I think now, if you look at her blueprint, the one way that people can take from her is to say, oh, maybe I can build the empire first, and then now I can afford to take the time out. But most people can't really afford to do that, right? Maybe you can build up your career to a point where you found somebody who can be a great partner to you, right? And then allow you to kind of get into your soft life bag, depending on how expensive your soft life is. Because nowadays it seems like the price is going up. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you supply your own bag, then maybe you can find you an A$AP Rocky who's willing to be your Mr. Husband or Mrs. Wife or whatever the fuck to hold you down, right? Which is rare in and of itself, but kudos to him for being the kind of man that is redefining what masculinity looks like. But at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is that, I'm sorry, ladies, right? Rihanna is showing you can't have it all. Say it with me. I can't. Nor should you be expected to. Yeah, that's a lot. Y'all give birth. You're supposed to be a boss and be a baby. Come on, man, that's a lot. So you can't, and caveat, at the same time. I probably should have said that at the beginning. You can't do it all, comma, at the same time. You know what I'm saying? What I would suggest, though, is y'all do it early. Have the wife life and the kid thing early, right? Because y'all live longer than us anyway. And then maybe you can build your empire because, the whole biology thing at 35, whatever. So that would be my suggestion. Y'all can't have it all at the same time. But if you plan, right, I think it's more smarter to do the wife family thing first and then career. But if you do it the other way around, good luck to you. Maybe you'll be like Rihanna, who makes $1 billion and can decide to finally rest on her laurels in terms of being a mom and a wife or whatever. Yeah, go ahead, Rihanna. We love you, Riri.
How can you say this? That is the dumbest explanation of where she's at ever. First of all, she does have it all. Just because she has not put out an album does not mean that she's not doing her business. She has a $1 billion makeup industry, which is not easy to do, and she's very involved in that. So the fact that you're saying because she hasn't put out an album and because she had a lackluster Super Bowl performance, which actually wasn't lackluster, actually it was amazing because her baby was her co-star, which the fact that she could pull that off was dope. The fact that she could use whatever position and relationship she had to pull that off meant that she didn't have to do. She didn't have to do the gyrating and the running around and 15 minutes of wearing herself out. She could come out there, lean to the side a couple times, show her baby bump, and walk off and get the check, which is a boss move. That's what bosses do. I don't have to do what you do. I do what I do. So the fact that she decided, I don't want to put an album out. She could if she wanted to. You all know the music industry is not an easy industry. She decided, I choose not to. I'm going to make money over here. I'm going to change the way that I earn and that I expect to, the focal point of my income is over here. And she's doing that beyond what she ever could have made in the music industry. And has been doing it for quite a while. She found a man that she has, a synergy with. They're both from the island. So she dated a billionaire. And she would always say things like, it doesn't matter. I'll get tired of a man if I want to. She found the man that she really could not live without. She has 3 children with him. Congratulations to her and her beautiful daughter. And so she's proof that you can have it all if you do things on your terms. A lot of women, I think, would do well to take from her example because she did not settle for less. She was not chasing someone else's bag, even though she knew that she couldn't get it. She went ahead and did what she wanted to do, and she found a man that not just one that will accept her being the boss, but one who also gets her and has the same morals and the same values that she has. So I think she's proof that you can exactly have it all. And every woman's journey should be different. Whether you get it in the beginning or you get it in the end, know that you can have it all if you are putting yourself first and doing things on your own terms. And so the fact that you're saying because she hasn't put an album out means that she can't is ridiculous because, like I said, she's making more money. So she's actually being more logical and being more successful than she would if she kept chasing this music industry hamster on a wheel. But she also has definitely beat out most artists that were her peers with #1 singles. She doesn't have anything else to prove in that genre.
Crystal, is correct. You should probably know this, right? Is she married to ASAP or are they just
They're
like
not married?
So she doesn't have that
on
all.
her terms.
Hold on. It's okay. I get how you can spin it, but she doesn't have that all, right? Cool, right? And
No. I'm just saying that's what she wants.
I'm just making a point, right? When we say have it all, oftentimes that does include the ring, but in my earlier commentary, I wasn't sure if she was married or not. So I just wanted to clarify if she wasn't, right? Because you were kind of going on and on. And in regards to like, she hasn't done any songs or albums, like, are you in the boardroom with her? Because like, by the time you had $1 billion, like, it's not like she's there in the kitchen cooking up the recipes or like has to be intricately involved. So I feel like when we're making assumptions, I'm going by the data that I see out there. So maybe you can provide some corporate meeting notes or some documentation in regards to what the fuck she's actually doing. Nobody's taking away from the fact that you can make money in your sleep, and that's fine. Nobody's knocking that, but it also speaks to whether or not you have enough bandwidth. That's the real conversation here. If you got kids and you got a husband and responsibility, generally speaking, people may lack bandwidth. What's so hard to say about that? Oh, I know, because it sounds too fucking logical. Right? Go ahead, man. I'll let you. What are we talking about?
S&M, you hear him going back and forth, girl. Please shed some. Give us a difference.
No. Since I opened this one up, I'm going to go ahead and let you ahead and jump on this.
I'm going to go and crush it. So look, man, it's very, very simple. She is pivoting, which she should do. And she can have it all. And it is possible to have it all. As Crystal is saying, I agree. If you are going to have it all on your own terms, if you're going to define what success looks like for you, then yes, you can have it all. Okay. However, when have women ever defined things on their own terms? Right? You guys get your girlfriends to agree with whoever you're dating, when you're going to set the date, where the plate's going to be, the colors and stuff. All this stuff is a group think mentality. Half of the dating environment right now is group think mentality. And now we're going to applaud someone for standing alone and go, no, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to do it my way. He doesn't have to be 6 feet tall. He doesn't have to make 6 figures every day. So what is the consensus? Because what I'm hearing right now is a lot of emotionality and, dare I say it, bitch shit. dare I say it. So please, people, pick a side. You know what? You're right. She can't have it all. She can't have it all because she can't be successful and have women as her friends. She can't do it. She can't be successful and have women backing her all the time. She can't. They're going to hate left and they're going to hate right. I think what I see in her Super Bowl performance is a person who was already pivoting. She had already started to move away from her performing side. Look, your baby's in, right? Your body ain't the same. These hips have done other things right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not moving the same. Things change. She is pivoting and adapting, and she showed y'all when she exploited. I mean, when she held the baby up, she brought the baby to the show, right? She showed that, hey, I'm going a different way. So now she can fall back, be that billionaire business owner, family lady, whatever, live off whatever royalties that she has, and then let ASAP go have his career. So look at her doing the thing
like a good husband does, right?
Like a good husband.
Let's get me going first, and eventually you can go ahead and get on. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe when he make $1 billion or whatever, he'll buy her a ring. It's a story. Y'all gotta let it develop.
So, super quick question. It may be just me, but has A$AP Rocky dropped any new music?
Yeah, he did. He did drop a song in response to Drake when they were beefing and stuff. I think he had like a little Lucy he dropped.
How long ago was that?
Like it was last year when he was beefing with Kendrick Lamar.
And nobody cared. A song.
Yeah, it was a song. Yeah.
I mean, cool. How many songs should he drop while he's holding 2 kids?
This is why I'm asking, because the criteria for her was that she hasn't dropped any music. And there wasn't the same criteria applied to him because men aren't always, we don't really question, can men have it all? We never hear that question. We never hear them say, well, men can't have it all because we already expect they can have multiple kids and careers. But because they have a woman behind them, we automatically say, oh, he can have it all. But we question the woman, even if she has a man behind her to uphold her, if she can have it all. So I'm going to say, yes, she can have it all. You know why she can have it all? Because she has partnership. She has a true partner who's working with her, who's building with her, and making sure that she can represent who she wants to be, i.e. boss bitch, in and out the boardroom, in and out the bedroom, if possible. I don't know, that there's secrets there. So with that being said, I'm just saying that I find it so ironic that we never ask if men can have it all, because the expectation is he does have it all if he got a wife or if he got a girlfriend that's supporting him. If he has kids, he got career. But a woman can't have the same thing, because even if she does have somebody supporting her, we always got to question, well, can she have it all? She got to do one or the other. This is not a zero-sum game. It's not one or the other. It can be both. It's possible. There's people out here every day that's living the life of both. And guess what she has that we don't have, us normal old women have? She has resources, mad resources, so that she can have it all. You know, it's called a nanny. It's called a chef. It's called whoever the hell she needs to get her to from point A to point B. In addition to her having her boyfriend slash man slash ASAP Rocky holding her down as well. So he's having his career because, you know, he's done pivoted to modeling and whatnot as well. And so I think it's ridiculous when we say that women can't have it all. Now, the question, though, is what's the sacrifice to have it all? Because women tend to sacrifice more on this journey to have it all, because our emotions, our moods, our hormones, all that stuff is tied to us as beings. And not saying that men don't have emotions and all that good stuff, but what are we sacrificing? Like if we're everyday normal woman, what are we sacrificing to have it all? We may be sacrificing relationships, which means we don't have it all if you have to sacrifice a relationship. If you have to sacrifice or downplay yourself at work so you can make somebody else feel better, then you don't have it all. But if you're able, in her case, since we're talking specifically about Rihanna, Rihanna does have it all. She has the resources, she has the means, she has the true partnership in ASAP Rocky, who states that he enjoys being a husband, father and so forth. So no, I'm going to say yes, she can, because he's active and all she needs is an active partner to have it all.
Okay. That was a compelling case, S&M. It really, really was. It's funny because I was thinking about Offset, and I hope that ASAP Rocky is a more secure man than Offset is, right? If we're talking about being a woman who's significantly more successful, right? So y'all, I guess when the narrative fits, y'all believe one thing more than the other, and I get it. And maybe the fact that it is true that, it's her choice not wanting a ring. It couldn't be that maybe there's something that he's not ready for, right? Couldn't be that. None, of course, right? Got to be her choice because she's the boss bitch in this relationship. I get it, right? So I hear y'all. And so she found a dude that she could wife up. You know what I mean? And that's great. Now it would be great if y'all could point out to me how often that's worked out. So I'll wait.
Why are you feminizing him? This is my question. You had a problem with feminizing
it's
Offset,
funny,
but you feminizing him, calling him a wife and everything.
I didn't have a problem y'all be creating problems. I didn't have a problem with you feminizing him. I had a problem with you calling something bitch made when it might have been business made. I don't know. Like, I had a problem with you mischaracterizing using words. I have a problem with you having emotional ears, right? In this
That's the
conversation.
person who clearly has emotional ears as well. Said the person who clearly has emotional ears and has the ability to switch things into a man-niece here.
I was just talking about talk, you know what I'm saying? So I'm having a great time, because y'all are funny. That's all I'm saying. Because listen, let me tell you a secret. Right? The way that y'all use it. The truth is, I've never heard a man say, I have it all. I've never in my entire life heard a man say that. Most of the men, like Michael Jordan, for example, talked about the sacrifice that he had to make to be Michael fucking Jordan. Most guys that I've ever heard, right, good or bad or otherwise, who's reached a certain level of heights, and let's be clear, the heights that Rihanna has reached is ridiculous. Right? Just off of success. Congrats. Nobody's knocking that. What I'm saying is that for people who are in that era, they do make sacrifices. And by definition, you said it yourself, S&M, you can't have it all. There's a give. Even if it's not an all that you can see. You see, oh, she got it, man. Cool. But what commitment has he really made to her that we can see? I'm only going by what we can see, y'all, right? So I get that we got to plug in stuff to make the case, but I'm saying that the way it looks from here, that she's taken a step back from the career that we've known her for. And even when she was popping off early with the Fenty stuff, once you kind of grow into a larger business, either you get bought out or people come in to manage the business. So y'all making a case for her being running her mom and pop spot, like where? Right? So it is possible that even herself recognizes that I can't have it all. Even the great Beyonce has had to have dips and ebbs and flows in her career when she decided to put down the microphone so that she can be a mom. It's only in somehow these fake fucking feminist bullshit that y'all make it seem like there's no all. It doesn't exist. There are sacrifices to be made to climb to certain heights. And most men who climb to those heights make sacrifices too. Maybe you don't acknowledge their sacrifices, but there's men out there who have to be on the road as salesmen, who don't get a chance to be home with their kids. They miss games. They miss the emotional stuff. Yes, they're providing. They're doing what they're supposed to do, but they don't have it all, right? And y'all talk about like, oh, she got nannies and stuff. Nannies and stuff don't replace time with your people, with family. The same thing that men recognize. Yes, I can make sure she's good, but like, it's not enough. I wish I could be there. Yes. So this idea that somebody can have it all, to me, just on the face of it, sounds ridiculous, right? Now, if you're talking about being able to make up your own fucking definition of all, congratulations, then yes, everybody can have it all. But when we're talking about this idea that we're talking about regular, everyday women who got to sit there and balance between, yes, a husband, yes, a career, yes, children. And I'm not even talking Rihanna. These are real choices that real people got to make. And those real choices have real consequences when relationships fall apart. So it's like, yo, I'm sorry. Y'all, this idea, and I think that's probably part of the problem. Like, y'all have this fairy tale that these guys over here are having it all. No, we're not. No, we're not. We never said that. Show me one video. We're making sacrifices. And at the same time, if you want to have it all, guess what? You're going to have to make sacrifices too. We just hope we're not the ones that you're sacrificing in doing that. And when we are the ones that you're sacrificing when we do that, we find outlets, right? There's no accountability for that either, huh? Because when that nigga's the one working so much and neglecting you, all the reasons that y'all give women the excuse to cheat, it'll apply for the man, right? Even if he's playing the second position, even if he's the one being wiped up, y'all can't even empathize with that a little bit? No? Because he's just a piece of shit, huh? Y'all
How
want it
you
all.
just go to this whole nother storyline though?
Y'all
Because
want it
now
all.
you're adding extra stuff that wasn't
Because
even
y'all was
part of the
adding extra
story.
stuff. And we
No,
gonna add
I
some
want to go
extra
ahead.
shit,
No,
but
I
I
want to
was
go ahead
doing
and
was
say
being
this.
great
I
at
want to answer
pivoting.
your question. You brought up cheating and everything. No one's talking about cheating. And I actually acknowledge that us regular folks, we can't have it all. I actually said there's sacrifices along the way. So that means you was listening with emotional ears. If you didn't hear me say that in Rihanna case specifically, yes, she had it all. I said for us regular folks, we may not have it all because there's sacrifices. Is it a career? Is it relationships? So you, sir, did not hear that from me.
No.
And I will also say this really quickly.
Yeah.
I will also say this. You asked this hypothetical question of where have men said they had it all? Men didn't have to say it. Men didn't have to say it because they already had the wife and the kids in the background. The expectation was on the woman. Men didn't have to say it. And the society had to set it up. So the reason why we even have this question of if women can have it all was because women stepped into their own, into the career field. And that's why we even had that question, because it was a question of between family or career. That's why the question was presented to women and has never really been presented to men because it wasn't.
Yeah,
Go ahead. What was that?
Let me call Cap because the reason
I'll pull history out of
women
heartbeat
think
about that.
men have it all
ChatGPT
is because men have to show up with it all. We can't even get a date unless we have it all.
We can't. All?
What?
No, now
I mean, the man's got to come with his job, his career, his house, his everything all together. We come with it all together and add y'all to it. So, of course, we have it all by the time you show up. It's a requirement for stepping in the game.
Yeah, stop it, Jay. Stop it. They do not have it all. They do not have it all because most men are out here crying, which is why we started this, about the fact that women want them to show up with an income. I don't want to have to spend money. I don't want to lose my money. All the broke men who don't have it all are angry because the men that do have it are complaining about it. So they don't have it all. The average man does not have it all. So
most people do not have it. Nobody has it all. It's like a fake thing that y'all choose to believe in, is what I'm saying.
And career and house.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and S&M, you were not hearing me clearly either, right? Because we're blaming the emotional ears thing. What I was saying is, when you post up Rihanna and make it seem like, oh, here's a woman who has it all. And I'm telling you, I don't think that's the case. It gives the same women that you're saying, hey, us regular women don't have it all, the hope that you can. And many of y'all, when y'all look up to these women, end up feeling bad about yourselves because how come she can do it and I can't? The truth is she's not doing it either. We look at these celebrities and think they have it all. They don't. They don't be. We see the tragic end to a lot of these situations and still assume the best of them. Where have you seen this work? So when regular women are hearing you talk about, well, Rihanna had it all, you don't know that. And I'm making a case to those same regular women who will never have it all, that guess what? Rihanna doesn't have it all either, sis. So you don't have to feel no type of way about where you're at in life, because guess what? Even though she has more shit, it still doesn't mean she has it all, is what the fuck I'm saying.
Well, I just want to say that Beyonce never took a break. Just to clear, she never.
That's a lie.
She
That's a
did
lie
not.
on Beyonce's internet, okay?
Beyonce never took a break. She got on the road right after Blue Ivy was born. Blue Ivy was on the. She didn't, and that's actually, I don't think that's a good example. But she did not take a break. She never said, "I'm going to sit down and be with my kids." She did not. I'm just saying from her career.
You pick it one moment, right? So
Yeah,
you tell me
because you stood on that. Well, Beyonce took a break. No, she didn't.
I'm saying throughout Beyonce's 20-some odd year career, you mean to tell me Beyonce take not one break?
We're talking
Especially
about when she
became a
had
mama.
children. We're talking about when she had children and became a
Correct.
wife. She did not stop. In fact, she was one of the people that pushed the idea of being on the road, pushing out a baby 1 month, being snatched the next month, being on tour.
I'm going to look it up.
I don't think is a positive
I'm gonna
example.
call Cap. I'm calling Cap because I feel like when Lemonade came out, and prior to Lemonade, she did the whole movie thing, exposing when she was going through the whole baby stuff. Beyonce took a time out. And again, listen, y'all, to me, that's a minuscule point. I am encouraging y'all to just not overburden yourselves, to not put too much on yourselves, to not think, even in your own book, you talk about how some of the strong, like some of these tropes that can be harmful to women to think that, hey, I can do X, Y, and Z. And I'm sitting here telling you, at least for me, I'm consistent. Man or woman, there's no such thing as having it all. People make sacrifices, especially the higher you go. So if y'all ain't feeling that, cool. I'm the asshole, but I get it. Y'all selling people false dreams. I don't want to do that.